Edward Wooden Railway Adventures and Kevin Helps Harvey Productions are proud to present. For many years on the island of Sodor, the engines and tourists have been thriving. But in the past decade, there's been one greatest tourist exception. Wait a minute! This can't be my Flying Scotsman. He's in the junkyard somewhere. There are many A4s. The Flying Scotsman! What? How come? He cried. Busily. Oh my God, the screen blacked out. Must be bad connection. Oh well, there must be more than one Flying Scotsman. And his brother Gordon. Oh no, he cried. That is my Flying Scotsman. Grrr. Flying Scotsman should be in the deepest of my scrapyards, said P.T. Boomer, the mysterious man. But I know how to give revenge to the island of Sodor. Ha ha ha! Mwah ha 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 ha! James went to the waste dump the next day. Hello, spam can.
Hello, James. I wouldn't be standing there if I were you.
What? Oh my God! Growled James. He was so unhappy. James whispered to himself. The waste dump, the waste dump. Oh, the shame of it, the shame of it. I'll get Judy and Jerome, said James, but then suddenly he heard a whistle.
Express coming through!
Oh no, Gordon, stop!
What?
Whoa! Sorry, Gordon. He raced in through and he derailed.
The indignity.
Gordon was badly damaged, so Spencer had to pull Gordon's express train. None of the passengers knew who Spencer was, so they started asking questions. Who are you? Are you Gordon? Where's Gordon? Where's Gordon? Why are you silver? Where are your black wheels? And then one kid asked, are you a diesel? You're purring.
I'm not purring,
he growled. Quiet! I'm not a diesel! And then the guard's whistle blew and Spencer started to puff away.
Now this is great, said Spencer as he was racing through. Nobody to call me a diesel, just me and my speed record left.
Spencer raced through the tunnel.
Ha ha ha!
Spencer raced through. Spencer raced through and he slowed down at the waste dump. Ah, said Spamcan. Are you feeling down? 'Cause you're lonely and you're treated badly? How do you know? Cried Spencer.
I just know these things. Meet me at the hideout when you're finished with your express duties, said Spamcan.
Alright, said Spencer as he slowly puffed away. Later that day, where's Boss? Said Splatter. Suddenly, Splatter, nice for you to be here at the party. What party? The party that's over, Splatter. Oh, sorry. The good news is Gordon's crashed, said Splatter. Oh, yes, I already knew that. But suddenly they heard a whistle. He's here, Boss, said Scramcan. As Spencer rolled up. Hello, Dieselton. Spencer. Nice to meet my second-hand assistant again. Yes. And I heard that you made Gordon crash? Yes. Dieselton. This is revenge for the Steamies on the island of Sodor. Later that night, Dieselton rolled up to Gordon at the works. He was obviously sleeping, so Dieselton took Gordon away. Ha ha ha, said Dieselton. It was James's turn to pull the express, but when he came into the station, everyone was talking about something. James, did you hear about the news? Yeah, did you? What news? Says James. Gordon, he's missing. Oh, my dear friend, said Henry. He's missing, said James. Oh, no, said James. Oh, James was not feeling that happy. Should I have said those mean stuff? Maybe he ran away, said James, and he quickly puffed away. James, said Sir Topham Hatt, walking over, and all the other engines. We have to discuss this topic, said Sir Topham Hatt. What about a rescue team? A search and rescue team, said Rosie. Yes, indeed. But some of them will have to stay here, said Henry. Yes, great idea, said Sir Topham Hatt. James, Rebecca, and, Alfred, stay here just in case if somebody comes and do your jobs. Otherwise, Thomas, Rosie, Flying Scotsman, Henry, Diesel, Emily, and Toby, you guys can come if you want. Okay, they said. Come on, let's go and find our Gordon. Now we need to go into groups, said Sir Topham Hatt. So, what groups do you want to be? Said Thomas. What about me, Rosie, and Toby, said Thomas. Wonderful. And I think Henry, Emily, and Diesel will go together. And, Flying Scotsman and who else? I will, said Harvey coming in. Harvey. You, Harvey, Flying Scotsman and me will be in the last team. Come on everyone, let's go. Soon everyone had formed in their teams. Flying Scotsman, Harvey, and Sir Topham Hatt was one team. Diesel, Emily, Henry was another. Rosie, Thomas, and Toby was the last team. Rebecca and James and Alfred watched as the teams left. Bye, they cried. Bye, everyone. Meanwhile, at Brendam Bay docks, Dieselton was talking to Bear. Bear, will you please join my team?
Why should I? I am nice and diligent, and you are evil. I don't want to join your crooked team.
Maybe I should sing a song to prove you.
What?
I don't care, I'm singing, okay?
Oh, Thomas, will you stop your whining? There's no other engine, I won't be outshining. Too late, I'm on a date. Streamline. The shooting star is coming through. Give up, there's nothing you can do. That's all you'll ever see of me will be a shining streak of racing blue. My clouds today all have a silver lining. I'll see my bossy brother get some undermining. Cause I'm the cream, the best in steam streamlining.
Now do you understand, Bear?
Yeah, I think so. I will join. Okay.
Thank you, Bear, said Diesel 10 as he rolled away.
Meanwhile, in the mainland, Toby, Thomas, and Rosie were puffing through the Baron Frennis coal depot when they heard a whistle. It was Big City Engine. Toby, Thomas, and Rosie whistled in return. Hi, Big City Engine.
Who are you?
I'm Toby, said Toby.
Ah!
Said Big City Engine. The brown wood on wheels from Sodor? Yes. Wait a minute, said Thomas. Why are you pulling NWR and GWR coaches? Those are from our railway. I just found them in the yard. No, you're stealing. No, they were in the yard, said Big City Engine as he puffed away. Later that day, on the island of Sodor, Jim was puffing through Vicarstown when he saw something that made him stop. He looked over to Brendam Bay and he saw a whole lot of diesels. Oh my god, buff my buffers, said James. He saw multiple diesels. Diesel 10, Splatter Dodge, Rusty, Spam Can, Bear, Diesel 40, Sydney. Then James saw a few engines that made him get angry. Rusty? Spencer? Ryan? Bear? What are they doing here? 16? With those steam engines? Then he saw something else. Gordon? He cried. I gotta tell the other engines, he said as he puffed away. Toby, Thomas, and Rosie were getting ready to continue their search when they heard a horn. That sounds like Daisy, said Toby. And he was right. Daisy came. Why are you here? Asked Toby. James, he sent me here, said Daisy. James, said Toby. Why did he send you here? And Daisy told all about what happened. Oh no, we gotta go to the island of Sodor. That's what I'm saying, said Daisy. Come on, let's go, said Toby as they puffed away. Daisy, Toby, Thomas, and Rosie finally came to the island of Sodor when they met James and Edward. Finally you came, said James. There's a problem. Yeah, I know. But look, the other nice diesels, they've been shunted over there. Oh no, said Daisy. They suddenly heard a horn. A car, it had just came. Two men stepped out. Oh, please, said Gordon to the men. Please don't do this to me. Reconsider. Stow it, said the man in the red coat. I'll put my tin opener to you. Gordon was quiet then. The other winches were crossed, but they couldn't do anything. yet. We should go, said James. I think so too, said Daisy. But James went forward, banging into Daisy, making a loud sound. Bang! What was that? Cried P.T. Boomer and the inspector. They looked over. They saw the engines spying on them. Oh no you don't, said the inspector. He jumped up and he went into Diesel 10. Move over, Rusty, said Diesel 10 as he rolled back. Ah! Cried the other engines, and they started to race away. Go, cried Daisy. Yes, said Edward. We'll stall. Yes. Hope you're fine, said James as they raced away. Toby, James, Thomas, and Rosie were racing. Toby said, we need to hurry. I know Daisy and Edward are stalling, but Diesel 10 will obviously race through them. Rosie, Thomas, and Toby, they raced into a siding. Quickly raced into a siding. And James went that way. But then Diesel 10 came. Aha! Look who we have here. Ah! Cried James. He raced away. Ah! Pinchy's hungry. Diesel 10. I'll get you once and for all, said the inspector inside. No! Cried James. He raced past. You're pretty fast for Steamy. But I'm faster, said Diesel 10. James raced up, but then Diesel 10 said, whoa, whoa, whoa! Ha! Serves you right, said James as he rolled over the hill. Oh, you silly engine. Just get back onto the rails and continue to chase him. What do you expect me to do? I'm not a helicopter. I can't fly. That's why I never worked with rolling stock with faces. I'm not a rolling stock. Grr. While James was racing away, he bumped into Flying Scotsman and Harvey. Whoa, cried Flying Scotsman. What are you doing here, James? That's what I wanted to ask, said Harvey. James told everything to Flying Scotsman and Harvey. Sir Topham Hatt will want to hear about this, said Flying Scotsman. Come on, show us to Diesel 10. And Sir Topham Hatt was cross indeed. He spoke severely to Diesel 10 and the inspector. And then he said to Diesel 10, if I ever see you messing around on my railway again, I'll take time from my personal day to scrap you. Understand? Yes, sir, said Diesel 10. The inspector just groaned and walked away. Flying Scotsman, Harvey, and Sir Topham Hatt wanted to see the chaos on the island of Sodor. But when they looked, they were surprised. What in the world? Said Sir Topham Hatt. Diesel was next to Gordon. Henry and Emily were derailed. Suddenly, Diesel honked his horn. Come on, Gordon. Let's get out of here. Diesel and Gordon raced away. Then Thomas sounded his whistle. We've got a chase to do, said Thomas. He puffed away. Flying Scotsman sounded his whistle. He also raced away to be in the chase. You can't catch me now, said Diesel. Yes, we can, with a lot of effort, said Thomas. Diesel raced around the corner with Gordon heading to the viaduct. Hurry, 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 said Thomas. Slow down, otherwise we'll crash. I understand, said Thomas. Just like how we'll crash like Diesel. will crash, asked Flying Scorpion. Thomas wisely looked at the viaduct. The viaduct was collapsing. Oh no, said Flying Scotsman. Diesel rolled up. Ah! Cried Diesel. He derailed over there. Thomas and Flying Scotsman slowly pulled up. No! Cried Diesel 10 as a coupler snapped from Gordon. He flew down below. That's what you deserved, said Gordon. Suddenly, they heard Diesel 10's horn. Diesel 10 rolled up with Daisy behind. Aha! You guys stay here. Yes, said two men coming up. P.T. Boober and the inspector. What are you doing here? I thought Diesel 10 got derailed. It's Mr. Power, cried the inspector. And yes, I did get derailed. But you left me alone, and that was the mistake, said Diesel 10. Diesel 10 rolled into the sheds. And I took Daisy. I'm staying here with Diesel 10. Haha. Come on, Daisy, let's go, said Mr. Power. Mr. Power jumped into Daisy and he started the engine. Daisy started to roll away. Ah, help me, cried Daisy. Daisy rounded the corner. Ah, cried Daisy. She bulldozed the Flying Scotsman and Thomas. Sorry about that, guys. It's not your fault, said Flying Scotsman. Whoa, cried Gordon. Oh no, cried Daisy. Mr. Power drove Daisy up the incline. But they were racing to the viaduct at an amazing speed. Daisy raced off the edge. What's your distance? Said Diesel. Yeah, right, said Daisy. Mr. Power jumped down and started to run away. Meanwhile, the Fat Controller and Rebecca were at the platform with Emily and Henry when Mr. Power came over. Uh-oh, he said. What are you doing here? Asked Rebecca. What do you care? Jump in, Inspector, cried Ryan. Rebecca, after him, cried Sir Topham Hatt. She raced after Ryan. Come on, go, said Ryan as he derailed on the turntable. Stop right now, cried the good guys. Ryan was worn out and defeated. You have been defeated, Mr. Power, said Rebecca. No, I'm not, said Mr. Power as he jumped and ran through Henry's hill over to where Bear and Spamcan were speaking.
I'm not so sure about this, Pan-Can.
Yeah, I don't care. You have to follow orders.
Stop right there, you diabolical man.
Diabolical man? Who? But then suddenly Spamcan looked over. He saw Mr. Power running over. Bear shot over to Mr. Power, making him fall down. Sir Topham Hatt ran over. You'll be in jail for a long time. I know that, said Mr. Power. And you, Bear, you'll have to go away.
I want to go to Railgate now. Yes?
Yes, I think you'll have to stay there for at least maximum of 15 days. I'm gonna let you go off easy for helping us, said Sir Topham Hatt as he walked away. Well, I'm out of here, said Spamton. He rammed right into Bear. He fell down. Oh, I'm leaving, said the inspector, but then he fell down. He wasn't able to move. Ah, he cried. Mr. Power, Bear, and Spamton were taken away. So Sir Topham Hatt went back to where Rebecca and Ryan were. What do you have to say for yourself, Ryan? I'm sorry, said Ryan, but suddenly they heard a whistle. It was Oliver's whistle. He was taking the express back from Big City Engine. He was coming down the line. He was going to go right into Ryan. Stop, Oliver! Sir Topham Hatt! Oh no! cried Oliver. He raced. He put his brakes on, but it was useless. He crashed right into Ryan. Then Oliver said, "There you've been, Ryan. I've been wondering where you were. The Great Western is fine without you, but it was better with you." "Sorry, Oliver," said Sir Topham Hatt, "but it seems that Ryan has been helping Diesel 10 and his crew." "Wait, what?" said Oliver. "That's not the way of the Great Western. That's the wrong way," said Oliver. Yes, I know," said Ryan. "I constantly keep on hearing that from Duck." "Well, you'll get another mouthful of Duck when you come back to the Great Western." Yes, he hasn't played a big role in Diesel 10's plan, but he still shouldn't have done that. I'll make him shun scrap cars for a while, said Sir Topham Hatt. "Good," said Oliver. "And can someone please help me back onto the tracks?" "Oh, of course," said Rebecca. Meanwhile, at the fallen viaduct, Gordon was talking to Diesel. "Why are you working with Diesel 10? I thought you were a nice Diesel and working with us." "Well, I think that I am."
I'm full of surprises, they ought to say of me. I bring some razzle dazzle to the yard. I'm full of surprises, as you can plainly see. I don't mind being surprising all that hard. Some would probably say I'm only up to my old tricks, but I'd say I'm a problem solver, looking for a nice quick fix. I'm full of surprises, they ought to say of me. I bring some razzle-dazzle to the rail. I'm full of surprises, as you can plainly see. I'm trusting my surprises to prevail.
Well, I wouldn't say you are full of surprises, but I would say you're just plain old devious. "Arr!" growled Diesel. "He is right, you know," said Daisy. "Quiet," said Diesel 10, "or the smelter's yard you go," said Diesel 10 as he rolled up. And he backed up very hardly on Daisy, making a huge dent. "My fitter won't be happy about that," said Daisy. "Ah, who cares about your fitter?" said Diesel 10, moving his claw. "I guess you're the first one I'll scrap." "No, not you, Daisy," cried Gordon. Diesel 10 came over to the smelter's yard, and P.T. Boomer walked out. 16. How much will it cost?" "Anything for you. It's free." "All right, let's do it, Daisy." Then Diesel 10 put his claw. "Should we Diesel, should we do Flying Scotsman first? Capital idea, said Diesel 10 moved his claw, pulling Daisy to the side. He rolled over. He pulled Flying Scotsman over. And he was about to push Flying Scotsman into the molten slag down below. But suddenly, he heard a whistle. It was Toby. He was using his new 3-chime steam whistle. Percy also puffed out of the sheds right next to the smelter's yard. He went right in front of Toby. He soon went forward and bashed into 16, causing 16 to derail over. Stop! Stop! They cried. You can't stop me! But Percy quickly raced up, pulled Diesel 10 over. Diesel 10 had flew off to the side and fell over. Percy quickly took Flying Scotsman. Ah, help me! Cried Diesel 10. Oh no! Cried Toby. You're a villain, but I have to save you, said Toby. He quickly raced over to where Percy and Flying Scotsman were. Why did you save me? Well, you're a fellow engine just like us. Well, thank you. I'm sorry for being mean. What? Cried Percy. Yes, I won't be mean ever again. Come on, PG Boomer. I guess we're not welcome here. What are you playing at, Diesel 10? You're welcome here if you're nice. All right, said Diesel 10. He started to slowly roll away. Come back soon if you're nice, said Thomas. I am nice, laughed Diesel 10. You silly steamies aren't so silly. Or are you? Said Diesel 10 as he rolled away. Wonder what that meant, said Thomas. A few minutes later, a lot of diesels showed up. Sir, diesels, these are the silly steamies I was talking about. Oh, you mean Thomas, Toby, Percy, Rosie? Yes, I don't care about their names. They're silly because they believed me. Well, what are we going to do with them? Asked Dodge. Like attack, take over the railway, scrap Flying Scotsman. Well, I'm out, said Dodge. I'm going. I don't want to be with this Dodge. But he was trapped, so he derailed by mistake into the search and rescue platform. Meanwhile, Harvey was helping Oliver and Ryan back into the tracks. Oh, you're heavy for a little tank engine. Little tank engine? Well, you are actually a little tank engine. Harvey was trying very hard. There you go, Ryan. Why, thank you, Harvey. Sir? Asked Oliver. Yes, Oliver? May you please let Ryan go and help me on the branch line? I'll think about it, but I don't think I'll send him to Railgate. I'll give him a second chance. Why, thank you, sir, said Ryan, as he and Oliver puffed away. Oliver and Ryan puffed back, and they met Spencer. What are you doing, Ryan? Asked Spencer. I'm with the good guys. Oliver. Yeah, said Oliver. And what are you doing with that stuff? Oh, it's nothing that you should think. The racer towards it. Ah, it's fuel! He tried. They raced backwards. Spencer raced right after them. Raced past Diesel and Gordon. Whoa! Spencer? What are you doing? Getting rid of them. To Spencer. Ah! Cried Ryan and Oliver. Very quick. Suddenly Spencer got swished onto the wrong line. Ah! He cried. He tried to back up. But it was useless. But then he went onto the main line and he raced after. Oh no, they cried. Spencer raced after them at full speed. Back where all the diesels were, Diesel 10 said, you can't do anything to stop me. Just you, Toby, and Percy, and Rosie. It was true. There were only 3 little tank engines. Come on, Diesels. Do whatever you want now. It's our railway, laughed Diesel 10 as he rolled away. Hooray, hooray, cried Splatter as he raced. Yes, said Sydney. Frankie also raced forward. Aha, said Diesel 40 as he raced back. Brewster went into the sidings and he started to taunt Henry and Emily. A lot of the nicer engines like Rebecca, Alfred, Edward, Harvey, Theo, and Rosie were shunted, while the diesels, they had fun. Hey, cried Splatter as he spinned around on the turntable. Hooray! This is fun! Cried Sydney as he spun on the crane hook. Diesel 10 rolled up to Toby, Flying Scotsman, and Percy. I can finally get you now, said Diesel 10. Pinchies, hungry, said Diesel 10. Ah, cried Percy. Go, 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 cried Toby. They raced up the hill as fast as they could, but they bumped right into Gordon. Before Diesel 10 could go any closer, he heard a whistle. That was Ryan's whistle. Ryan, Oliver, and Spencer were racing straight towards them. Ryan and Oliver, with their train, they flew right into Toby's shed, derailing. I think I'm out of here, said Diesel 10. He went in the smelter's yard. When all the evil diesels heard that Spencer was coming with fuel, they immediately started to race away, except Rusty. He felt bad. Petey Boomer jumped inside Diesel 40 and they raced away. Go, 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 let's go, they cried. They raced away, leaving everybody behind. Spencer soon came racing with all the fuel. He tried to stop, but he couldn't. Beresford picked up Sydney and threw Sydney over into the boat. Oh no! Cried Spencer. I can't stop! He flew right next. The rails were very damaged. Nobody was seriously hurt, but Spencer's tender and his body was very damaged. Dodge got almost crushed by the search and rescue building, and Beresford, he was just standing. When the dust cleared, Sir Topham Hatt saw that there was no more a threat to Sodor. All of the bad Diesels and PT Boomer had left. Sir Topham Hatt quickly ordered Harvey to get Rocky. Go get Rocky to clean this mess. Okay, said Harvey. But when he went over to get Rocky, he saw Ace. What are you doing, Ace? Oh, flatten the road. Roads are bad. I gotta do this for Diesel 10. Oh, Ace, you have been defeated. What? Diesel 10, Spencer, PT Boomer, Mr. Power, they're all gone. They are? Terrence, Trevor, may you please take this away? Of course. No, cried Ace. Finally, now I can get Rocky in peace, said Harvey as he puffed away. Harold soon from Diesel. I'll do an alliance, said Harold. I'll help you and you'll help me and I won't send you to Railgate. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're welcome, said Harold. Let me go and supervise the island, said Harold as he left. Soon the repairs around the island of Sodor began. They took all the good diesels out of the sidings and they cleaned up the damage. At Vickerstown, Harvey and Rocky rescued the derailed engines. Ryan and Oliver, well, they got stuck in the tunnel for a while, but they were soon taken out. Just like Gordon, Percy, and Flying Scotsman. Let's get out of here, said Toby. Ditto, said Flying Scotsman as they puffed out. A while later, Thomas, Alfred, and Henry were talking. I can be invisible, said Thomas. Invisible? Engines can become invisible, said Henry. Yes, they can. My friend Merlin taught me how to become invisible. Yes, said Alfred. Henry, go all the way to the sheds. All right, said Henry. He puffed all the way to the sheds. Alfred whispered the plan to Thomas. Yes. Look, Thomas can turn invisible, said Alfred. Yeah, let's see about that, said Henry. Invisibility on, said Thomas as he stopped in the tunnel. He'll come to your side and he'll be invisible. What? He is invisible! Gotta call Sir Topham Hatt. There's a invisible tunnel monster, cried Henry as he raced away. Ha 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 ha, laughed Thomas as he puffed forward. That was a nice joke. Yes. But do you know what happened to Diesel 10? Asked Thomas. No. In fact, I don't know. He just disappeared. I think we won't be seeing him for a long time. Yes, I think so too, said Alfred, laughing. Meanwhile, at the bottom of the viaduct, Beresford, are all the workmen here? 3, 4, 10. Yes, they are. Come on, said Flying Scotsman. But suddenly, Diesel 10 was on the viaduct. You'll be laughing on the other side of your boiler soon, said Diesel 10. I haven't been defeated. You've tried everything. Silly steamies. Oh yes, said Diesel 10. I think this is where the viaduct crashes. Oh no, Diesel 10! There you are. What? Cried Diesel 10. Flying Scotsman bumped right into Diesel 10, causing him to fly out of the viaduct. Ah, he cried. Thomas and Alfred were laughing when... Ah, cried Diesel 10. Oh,
there you are, said Thomas. You haven't seen the last of me, said Diesel 10.
Oh, we have, said Alfred cheekily.
Oh, hi, boss, said Sydney.
No, said Diesel 10.
Oh, well, actually, this boat ride does seem refreshing. It is a nice time of the year for a cruise. But you will see me again!
Ha ha ha, said Diesel 10 as the barge went out.